We love to have it.
Because he said he sees, he said, I seen on the marquee. I said, he said, I watched these, I think I seen him on there. I said, man, maybe. I could have been.
Yeah. Yeah, he's remotely started his card. Here we go again. Gotta unplug it, plug it back in. The sound. Test. Yeah. All right. Break.
All right. We are here.
Is fixed.
Wake up, Wilmington. I'm just trying to be the gentle alarm for those.
No, I wasn't nothing gentle about that.
That's pretty gentle. What do you mean? That wasn't like screeching or anything.
All right, so all the mics are on.
My first day this week, my alarm actually got me up.
Really?
Yeah, I beat my alarm up every day.
It's the first day that it works?
No, it's just I got up every day before the alarm.
I was up and in the shower before time for my alarm to go off this
Are
morning.
you going to mass? Okay, all right.
All right, well, it is 27 degrees, and we are, it's Friday. We do have a guest. But
She's good, Erica.
She's coming in at 9, and that is Karen Long. Yeah, Karen Long.
Mrs. Long.
Tony Long's wife, and she's been here once before, but just going to kind of go over our Dolly Parton stuff, because Dolly Parton, we're going to have a little show next Friday night. Next Friday night, right here at the Murphy, we have a little Dolly Parton, just all the information on her.
The library.
Yeah, thank you. And it's, what's it called? Imagination something.
Imaginarium or something like that.
Imagination something. Yeah.
Good morning, Rita Wolf. How are you this morning?
Yeah.
Dean Thompson is on.
She was in here with Karen one day. Yeah.
With what?
With Karen.
Oh, I thought you said with a Karen.
No,
I said we should
Karen.
rub Dolly in.
All right.
Rick would want her over here with him.
She's looking a little flat.
Yeah, she is for Dolly.
Huh?
That's for daggone sure. All right, it's 27. Supposed to get up to 50 today.
Which is not shit.
That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. 27 degrees. Notice we're all wearing coats in here.
Yes, it's a little nippy here
It is,
at the Murphy Theater.
cold
Did you ever
in
turn
here.
the?
No, I didn't this morning.
Oh,
Looks like 68 over there. I don't know.
All right.
It's either 68 or your favorite number over there, one of the two.
Well, I'm going to start you off on the headlines today. Feel free to interject anytime.
Oh, we will.
But
We will.
the first headline is going to be a little question for you.
Oh, all right.
What is the happiest country in the world?
It all depends on
Well,
what
it's
they're smoking.
it's probably a like Norway or Sweden or
Oh,
Switzerland.
You're in the right area.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean I'm in the right area? It's a Nordic country.
Yes.
Yes. Finland.
Finland.
Really?
Happiest 8 years in a row. That is the
Wow.
happiest country.
And how do they judge that?
There's
Who's
some
the
kind of
who's
some
the
kind
judge?
of surveys. Denmark, Iceland, and Sweden come in there second, third, and fourth.
So if you live in a place that's dark half the year, I guess that does something to help you be happier,
I
right?
guess.
Yeah,
But you know, this might help out some of them celebrities that don't want to live around Trump. You know, with
Send them
Trump in
to
here.
Finland.
You know, Finland, they say, is the happiest country in the world. There you go. What do you think? Between 1 and 30, where do you think the United States falls?
1 and 30, probably
Erica
30.
says 8.
25.
I'll say 30.
25. Rick says 30. It's actually 24th.
Yeah.
And the best it ever was in 2022. No, excuse me, in 2012. And it was 11th.
Who was president then?
2012.
2012.
Whoever's after Clinton. Bush.
Is that one of the Bushes?
Oh gosh.
Bush. But no, that wasn't Bush. Bush was before Clinton.
Yeah.
Did you see Imagination Library? Is
Yeah, Imagination Library.
Vicky said.
Yeah, my comments just come up all of a sudden.
So what? I'm not getting comments. I mean, I'm getting Dean Thompson and Rita Wolf. That's it.
I got Vicky Kendall, Clyde Finley. How you doing, Clyde?
I pulled it back up. We're fine.
Clyde to Glide.
Dean
Debbie
Thompson's
Bowling.
watching.
Yeah.
Jake's watching.
And plus,
See, I don't see any of those.
Cat Williams is watching.
I don't see any of them.
beware.
Of the Ides of March.
68 and 71 today. I already saw the motorcycle state highway patrolman heading out there.
Oh, okay.
And it's colder than.
And he didn't get you either,
Oh,
did he?
there's one.
Yeah, it's cold. What?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Quarter in the
I looked
butt
at him
jar,
and just went
Charlie.
like this. I said, man. He shook his head. He says, you could tell. He said, I know. It's like, oh man. So, but it's funny because Rick Morton, that was his entertainment yesterday. He was working out at the dog place out there on 6871, and it was funny because all the dogs and him were all looking out the window at the cop, the motorcycle cop. Nike, speaking of Rick Morton, Nike sales fell 9%, only to 11.3 billion
Is that all?
last quarter, but it beat analyst estimates. Plus, they figured out the reason the Delta flight that crashed in Canada flipped over on its side. There's probably many mitigating factors.
It's with the female pilots.
But no, the main thing, they were coming in too damn fast.
Oh.
Yeah, way
Well,
too
it was
fast.
the female pilots then.
Yeah,
Because it was
way-
all female crew.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that. Yeah, they were way too fast.
DEI.
I hear Erica
It was
back
it was DEI. Yeah, my daughters.
I hear Erica back there. She's-
Man pilot for sure.
Tesla recalls all Cybertrucks. pretty much.
Those panels are flying off the
there's-
trucks.
There's something. Yeah, there's a trim piece that's falling off.
Yeah.
General Mills snacks are down 5%. Everybody's slowing down in their snacking. Either Kennedy's
I thought-
doing a good job or trying to get healthier.
I
or
thought General
don't have any
Mills
money.
was a cereal company.
It is, but they do snacks.
They do snacks too.
Snacks, yeah.
Snacks.
Smucker's is down also 2%.
No one likes jelly anymore.
But now, I didn't know this. Smucker's owns Hostess and Pepperidge
Smucker's
Farm.
is based right here in
There's
Ohio.
only like 5 megacorps that own all the food.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize Smucker's owned Hostess.
Which will probably be an easy way for Kennedy to clamp down on these companies because it's not like he has to talk to 20 companies. He only has to regulate 5 companies. I'm all for getting rid of all the dyes and everything.
Frito-Lay is down in the salty and savory category.
What does that mean?
Like,
In the salty and savory
well, like,
category? Do they have a
pretzels?
sweet? Do they have a sweet category too?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
So, but that's up.
It's like a mix.
Yeah, salty and savory is down.
Wow.
Plus, grocery prices have increased. How much do you think since 2021?
Since 21,
What percent?
40%.
28%.
23%.
All right.
I'll tell you what, they ain't going to the Walmart here in town.
Now eggs are coming down. Gas is coming down. I think.
Our guys just went
Yeah,
up
it went
yesterday
up.
here.
Well, it's going to go.
$3.19
It's
this
going to go
morning.
up and down. You know, they have to gouge for a day or
It
two.
was 290 or no,
It'll be back down below $3 a gallon.
$3.19, yeah. I'm glad I got it the other day.
Vivek Ramaswamy is saying that if he's governor of Ohio, he's going to push to do away with state income tax. So Ohio would be,
That would be nice.
one of about
Eight
10.
or 9.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. It's
we
close to 10.
we would join those other states that don't have a state income tax.
Arkansas's one, Florida's one. That might be interesting. That'll be a good trivia question. I'll look that up.
Yeah, what are the states?
What are the states?
Well, I
without
know
the income
Washington
tax?
State of all. You'd think that a very liberal state like Washington would be not giving any taxes back, but they
Right.
don't have state income tax in
But when they
Washington.
drop your income tax, they raise the sales tax and they'll raise your.
Oh yeah, they're going to do this. They're going to take it in one
They just
hand,
move it from
and
one place
give
to
it the
another.
other hand. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're exactly right.
Well, I guess look at it this way: it's sort of like a national sales tax. If you only have a single tax or just a few taxes, it's like those companies that do the food. It's easier to determine when they raise your taxes, or it's easier just to keep track of them raising your taxes.
Yeah.
And that's why they didn't want a national sales tax, because it's obvious when they try to bump up a national sales tax, everybody's going to complain. It's going to be hard for them to get extra money out of us.
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics have sold
How many billion?
$6.1 billion.
And do you know how much he paid for the team?
It's like 323.
300 some million. Yeah.
323 million.
Trump was saying he was going to raise the taxes on all the
NBA teams.
6.1
professional sports teams.
billion.
Yeah, well, there aren't any professional sports owners that are going broke. That's for sure.
Did I hear something this morning on the way that Madison Square Garden sold?
I have not heard that.
I thought I heard that this morning.
One thing interesting in the 6.1 billion, though, the only thing they get to do is just rent the Boston Gardens.
Well, yeah, because they don't own
It's-
it.
yeah, it's
they
not
don't
owned
own
by
it.
them. It's
Whereas
owned-
the most
it's owned by the Bruins.
the most valuable sports franchise in the country is the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, Jerry Jones owns his own stadium. There were no
Screw it all.
city taxes or county taxes in the construction of that stadium. He did it all himself.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll give him some.
Well, I mean, did you
Upper
see?
hand
Did
for
you see
that.
the renderings of that new Cleveland stadium?
I've seen some pictures.
I mean,
yeah.
if they come, a lot of times the renderings are a lot nicer than the actual.
Right.
But if the renderings even come close to what the actual stadium is going to look like, this place is incredible. This is going to be a fantastic place to go and watch anything.
I hate to say it though, it's still Cleveland.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It's still-
it is still Cleveland.
It's still Cleveland.
Sorry, Bill Raybeck, but it's still
Mistake
Cleveland.
by the lake, baby.
Yeah, well, it's
The armpit of Ohio.
I always said Toledo and Cleveland were the armpits of Ohio.
Yeah, they are. They are. That's very
Nasty,
true.
nasty towns.
Michelle, I hope they figure out what's going on. And you
She's
feel
still
better.
having some issues.
She's got a doctor's appointment today, and hope she gets feeling better.
Yeah, I hope.
Figure out what's
I
going
hope they
on.
can get to the bottom of the problem. I know you were having like tremors and things like that. So we are praying for you, Michelle. Yeah.
Kevin, you're on here. Hey, was there something going on with Madison Square Garden? Something that changed hands or something? I'm sure you're on top of that.
Switch from the right to the left
I
hand or
don't
something
know.
like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is a good thing. Here's some good news.
Good. That's what we need.
TikTok,
Friday.
TikTok is partnering with the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So that's good. They're going to try to help find missing and exploited children through
I
TikTok.
hope that's good because that could also be sort of an underlying thing here. A lot of those entities that partner are the ones
when
that
I
are
read it,
actually selling the kids, or actually. So you got to be careful about that.
When I read it, I didn't even think of the ulterior motive. I just thought, well, that's good
there's
that
a lot
they're
of
putting it
there's a
out
lot
there.
of bad people, a lot of bad players out there. But TikTok, supposedly, the deal for TikTok is supposed to be consummated in April. So they said there are 4 companies that are vying to become the owners of TikTok that would be approved by the U.S. government.
Are you buying it?
No, I'm leaving that to Elon.
TikTok.
Yeah, Elon.
I actually got on it the last day or two.
Elon can buy TikTok. That would be a good compliment to X.
That would be great because then he just
I'll
has
tell you
more
what,
people that
I
can
don't care
yell
what
at him.
anyone says because TikTok is still a communist
Right.
platform because they post all this stuff about Trump. They call him a turd, the orange turd, and
I
all
saw a
these.
bunch of naked women on there the other day,
I haven't seen anything like
dressed
that.
as Hitler.
What channel is that? But anyway,
No, it was. They were all dressed.
TikTok was made to make people dumber.
but TikTok,
I agree
they
with
say all
that.
this stuff about Trump and all that,
Dumbs you down.
and so when they make these statements, I just simply went on there and I said, the person that did the post, I put on there poster child for Trump derangement syndrome, but I just said TD, S.
TDS, yeah.
TikTok took it down.
Really?
Yes, they said it violated their community standards for me saying that person was the poster child for TDS. And I'm thinking, first of all, what does TDS mean? It doesn't have to mean anything about Trump. But the point was that they're calling Trump this orange turd and all, but they don't want me to put those 3 letters up there and accuse someone of having it. And that actually,
Well, did you see
weren't they
that?
doing in Minnesota where they were actually making officially
It was in Minnesota.
a mental yeah.
Yeah, that's a mental. That's a mental disease.
So I
now.
mean, if it's going to be a mental
Trump
disease, I ought to be able to
syndrome.
put TDS on anything. But that's how
talking about-
that's how these
You
platforms
talking
are.
about naked women? I watched. Yeah, got my attention.
Good morning, Joe Holdren.
I was watching, and I think I was watching.
Who's
the
talking
show.
about naked women?
He was.
Charlie? Okay.
Charlie was.
Well, it was on TikTok. Haven't you seen that on
He was just
TikTok?
thinking out loud.
No, they have all these German women dressed up.
But I was on
Do they
Facebook.
have hair under their arms?
They have the little Hitler mustaches. They're naked, but they got like paint on top of them.
I was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right
This
after
was on TikTok.
the
What
other
channels
day, I
is Charlie
watched-
watching?
I watched the show, and right after it went off, all of a sudden, here's this gal, and she whips out her breast, and I'm like,
What was this on?
this is on Facebook.
Oh,
And the
breastfeeding.
next thing you know,
Oh, well, breastfeeding's
so
okay.
here comes the baby, and I'm thinking, what?
Well, no, I mean,
Oh, that's on. Yeah, that's on. there
although
quite a
some
bit.
people get all bent out of shape because women breastfeed,
I
out in the
would- yeah,
public
I
and that.
Yeah,
They,
well, some women do it just to
I know,
Yeah, just to get attention.
and they do, but the point is that there shouldn't be anything against that. The same way that I'll be honest with you. Why is it that men can run around the beach topless and women can't?
In
I think that
Ohio, it's perfectly legal for women to run
Yeah,
around
I
topless.
remember when they made it legal.
I think that it should be legal. There shouldn't be a double standard there. Women should be able to run around any way they want.
Works for
topless.
me.
Yeah. Although I'd like to know where these beaches are where they're doing it because I haven't seen it. You think it's happening down in Cowan Lake?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
What
no,
about
but
Caesar,
there are
Caesar
naked
Creek?
men riding bicycles around that area.
Well, there's a naked man that he's around town, walking around naked, and in fact they had him on Facebook. He was filling his car up, stark naked, and just pumping that gas.
Was that Dean Thompson?
No, it wasn't Dean Thompson because he wasn't hairy like Dean.
He didn't have a robe on, a hospital
No,
gown.
I don't know if Dean, you still have your hospital. I would have thought that they wouldn't let him walk out with a hospital gown.
Do you want to do a break before I leave?
Yeah, we might as well do a break.
Yeah, we'll do a break. We'll be
before
back.
Erica goes to
We're at
mass.
the 20-minute break.
Yeah.
Forget the clown princes of basketball, the Harlem
There has to be
Globetrotters.
some
There's a
kind of
new
lights off.
all-star, family-friendly comedy polo team taking the sporting entertainment world by storm. The Equine Trots.
Bringing their highfalutin, high-kicking, mallet-swinging, horsey hijinks to an equestrian center near you.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. Made up stories just like these.
as well as real news about what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
On the Murphy Report, news the way it's meant to be delivered.
In less than 30 minutes, or it's free.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
Amanda, yeah, my buddy Sam was recently tossed from his own horsey all the way across the arena, landed in a soft bale of hay right next to another horse that was already asleep.
Oh my, that sounds dangerous. What's his condition?
Stable.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
I almost trip over the cat.
Are we back? Are the mics on? All right.
No, I had bread.
I'll do the animals a couple.
Flipped up in the air and I actually caught it.
Oh, really?
And my
So you're headed to Mass? Okay.
I
All
can't
right.
believe that.
Have fun.
Jerry's
Did you
telling
print
us
anything
about
out
his,
while you were up there?
what do you call it? Juggling his banana bread.
I said, I told the guys, I said, you know, it's a good thing that I bought that $400 printer where you get those big tubes of. I mean, the nice thing is the ink goes so much further because you're buying them by the big bottles and the bottle. But I said because Erica prints all her Catholic stuff out on the printer, we got it plastered all over the house and the front door, and you know she wards off the
Do
evil
you think
demons.
she's trying to tell you something?
Well, you see, the one on the front says no Masons allowed. I'm stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Stirring the pot on a Friday.
It's Friday, folks.
The EU is holding off tariffs.
Bye, Erica.
See you, Erica.
Yeah, light a candle
The
for us.
EU is holding off tariffs till mid-April.
They're
EU holding off the tariffs till mid-April.
What do you mean holding them off?
They're not going to start enforcing tariffs till mid-April.
Oh, tariffs. I thought you
Tariffs.
said terrorists.
Yeah.
No, tariffs.
Tariffs.
Because of, they want to negotiate.
With Trump?
Yeah. So,
Here's the easiest thing, Charlie. Why do we have to have any tariffs? I mean, I know that, for instance, Canada, they have been, for a decade, been charging us 270% tariffs on
dairy.
Dairy, that's right. Why do they have to, why don't we just say, okay, all countries, there are no tariffs. There are no
Free
taxes.
trade.
That's right. Make it really, truly free. Then you don't have to worry about, someone coming after you and causing all kinds of financial pain in that. Just no tariffs.
Well, but it has to go deeper than that because, I agree with what you're saying. But the problem is we let them sell a lot of stuff in our country where they don't let us sell the same back.
It has to
And
be,
it needs to be both.
It's got to be completely and totally open and transparent.
Yeah, reciprocal.
And then
Both.
if they don't, that's when you put the tariffs on, or that's when
Right.
you shut down a particular industry that's important to them.
That's where the rub comes in because, we can't sell cars in some of the European
Well, you
countries.
particularly look at China. China is probably well, it is. It's considered the most unfair country as far as in doing business.
And they
with.
follow absolutely no rules. I mean, you talk about all the coal fire plants and everything they have over there. So
We can't.
don't tell me.
We can't compete with China. And I know firsthand because I had a business. And
Was it called Temu?
No.
No.
No, and the Chinese competition just
Something
flat,
about the green
totally,
door.
totally.
The green door. Yeah. We shut that door yesterday, Charlie.
But yeah, I just couldn't compete with them.
Well, the problem is. Obviously,
and the stuff they were sending.
you can't do anything about the labor rate. So, Charlie, when we talk about these tariffs and things like that, obviously China, they pay 50 cents an hour or
Right.
whatever. We pay, $15 an hour.
Right.
You're never going to get equal on that basis. Those are the things that you have to overcome, and there's no way to do it. But you can't just slap a tariff on China because they're charging 50 cents an hour for labor, and we're charging 15.
That or just start denying their products.
Yeah, you got
That might be the
you
better.
got to simply say when something. Well, that's true, but if you did that we'd never get anything from China because it's all half slave labor. You know,
Right.
they've got the kids working. You know, children are working in these
Right.
factories and things like that. But we can't.
But we support that.
I know, but we can't be the moral compass of the world. I mean, we can set examples, but we can't shut down, things in China simply because they look at things differently than it's their country.
A lot.
And we need to. But as far as when that product hits the shore, there should be no tariff, and it's the same thing going back the other direction. As long as they do that, then we'll just have to put up with the fact that
If they let it hit the shore.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But if they like an automobile, we know an automobile, although it used to be a lot higher. Like, for instance, my dad worked for General Motors all his life, and his benefits and his hourly pay, and that he was making about $80 an hour, in benefits and pay, and that was back, in the 60s and 70s. But if you look at China, if they're only paying their factory workers $3 an hour or whatever, they can put together a car a lot faster and better than we can, and that's what you're saying, Jerry. It's hard to compete with.
Yeah. Home sales are up 4.2%, which is pretty cool.
I think I'm gonna get
And
water.
guess
Whoa, what's this?
what's that?
Rita Wolf says Michelle Thibault, the newest colony, is around Elmville Road.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that here in the county?
Yeah, no, Elmville's down in Highland County.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
That is the nudist colony on Elmville Road. We need to do a remote, Rick.
No,
What?
because I'm going to tell you. Here's the thing. That all sounds good, but once you get down there, and I don't even know these people, so please don't send me any hate mail. But they ain't the people you want to see nude. I'm just telling you. Put your clothes on. We don't want to see that hanging out. Just put them on right now.
Are you saying that over the years, gravity's gotten the best of them?
Well,
Is that what you're saying,
they're
Charlie?
like antiques. A lot of times their drawers fall into their dressers. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
So,
I haven't heard it put that way, Charlie.
yeah, they're like antiques. Anyhow,
Well,
it's
we're
funny.
kind of antique-ish, aren't we?
I
got that
am,
right.
yeah. Talking about the green door from yesterday, which Travis and I come out cleanly because we never heard of it. Now, Uncle Pokey.
I think you guys were just
no,
pretending.
I never heard.
You were
But
pretending.
I'm doing my little live last night from the Peach Place.
Oh, yeah?
And
Jeff.
Travis's mom.
I saw that. I saw that.
Comments
Behind the green door.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch Sherry. I'm
I
doing it.
just started laughing. I thought,
Jeffrey.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to watch Sherry.
Sherry.
It's Friday. It's party time.
Did you see what
Jeff's already ready to
Yeah,
rock and
I
roll.
saw that.
Jeff who?
Schussler.
Oh, Jeff. Yeah.
Jackson Daniel, Arkansas upset Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't much
There,
of an
there were a
upset.
couple upsets. The big upset was the number, 12 upsetting the number 5?
Or was it 11 and
It was 12 and 5.
was it?
Yeah.
I gave up.
Or whatever.
Man.
Yeah.
There we go. Arkansas. Yeah, so I had Arkansas win. Yeah, pick the
Well,
win.
I didn't normally, because everything I do is streaming, and it's sort of frustrating because I don't get, obviously, the local channels, so I don't get
Right.
CBS and NBC and that. So typically, if I'm going to watch a football game or whatever, I don't really watch it. I go to ESPN and I see the little they've got the
score, the running time.
they
on
got
it.
yeah, it shows like they're moving or they're not, or how they're progressing down.
You can do that on your phone.
Well, anyway, yesterday I finally gave in to Apple, and it wasn't actually Apple; it was Verizon, who's my provider, because I've been looking. I use cameras. I use phones as cameras, and they work really well, especially the iPhones. So anyway, I've been wanting to replace the iPhone that I have here.
You don't have the one I got.
I want to replace it with the latest iPhone 16 Pro Max, right? And Verizon's always giving me these tempting offers, but when you really look at the offer, there's no real offer at all. It's just like bait and switch. So anyway, I broke down yesterday and pulled the trigger and did a deal with Verizon where I'm getting the latest iPhone 16 Pro Max with all the intelligence, and they've got that special the lenses and all that. So that's in the mail. Well, actually, it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but Eric and I stepped out for 15 minutes to go to the store, and that's when they tried to deliver it. So it's going to come back again today. So anyway, bottom line is I've got an iPhone 16 Pro Max, an Apple iPad, and an Apple Watch, which I already got the watch yesterday. That was delivered UPS. But anyway, so all that for the latest, greatest stuff that I bought. And that's going to free my personal camera up to use as my personal phone to use as a camera. Okay. Which is the other thing. I think I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep the phone number, but I'm not going to be answering it anymore. So I'm going to a different phone number. And also on your Apple iPhones, you can have two numbers at the same time, and Apple will give me, or Verizon will give me a second number for $10 a month, whereas a line usually is like $80 a month. Yeah. So I think with the new phone, I'm going to have two lines on it, one that I'll use for business, and that way you can always tell when someone's calling you for business.
And one for personal.
And that way you don't have to. Right? Yeah. You can. Let's get personal. Is that
You're
what you're
getting
saying?
awful technical. What's that got to do with the green door?
So, well, I don't know. What's that have to do with the nudist colony down south?
We don't want to get that nudist colony. No.
Well, Uncle Punky was the only one supposedly at the table that even knew what I was talking about.
I didn't.
And I don't even know how it came up. Something was green. Something was something was green. Maybe and it wasn't St. Patrick's Day, but green door, whatever. Something was mentioned yesterday, and then I mentioned behind the green door, which what.
See, that's what happens when I'm not here, folks. I mean, I'm just
we're uncontrolled. But well, the thing was, and I was behind the
You were
the camera.
behind the green door.
Yeah, I was
behind the door.
That's right.
What it was.
But behind the green door, and folks,
you can get behind
unless
the green
you're
screen
older.
upstairs.
When what we'll call vintage porn,
Get behind the green screen
vintage
upstairs.
porn actually had a theme. It was like an actual movie, and it had a plot and a timeline and everything. Porn today, it's all sex. That's all it is, But the vintage porn, which behind the green door was, and I don't even think I've watched the whole thing, but it was a very famous porn movie. And I mentioned also towards the end of the show, Deep Throat was another one that came out about that time.
What a lovely.
That right, and she was famous. I mean, she was a celebrity for her the production of Deep Throat. But anyway, that's how that all started yesterday. So
Michelle says the Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, that's me.
How it started.
You think?
Is that how it started? Because the witch was green?
Yeah, I guess. I
I don't know.
Let's see. Let's move on.
What else can we? What other trouble can we get into?
I got two more little news. Well, one more news. One more.
It's easy for you to say.
Little news item, and then I've got just a little warm up question for you guys today. Okay.
Rachel says no storyline. So Rachel agrees with me. The porn today.
My wife?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I don't even have her on there.
Do you know anyone else named Rachel Hargrave?
No, I know a lot of Rachels.
Joe Davis, McNeese State. That was the big upset.
Yeah, but look what he had up above that.
Clemson was 5, upset by 12. So it was
he had MXN divided by SE.
But it is. It was a 12 that upset a 5.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a big upset.
Well, that's the McNeese State. That's the team.
Jeffrey Schusler says, I've been through the green door at Spencer Gifts.
Yeah. That's what Travis was talking about yesterday, because McNeese State coach is already.
Yeah, he's already committed to another team.
North Carolina State.
And they thought that might cause some problems, but actually
Right.
it sounds like it sort of rallied the troops.
Well, I think a lot of his players are going to follow him to
Well,
North Carolina
you can do
State.
that with the portal now.
Right. Anyhow,
Nephew.
I've been trying to say this for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but
What did Jamar
Oh.
Chase buy with his big contract? What did he buy?
Who?
Jamar Chase. He got the big money. What was his big purchase?
T was going to expand his aquarium in the wall.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to go for important things. Why don't they just donate it to curing cancer or something instead of buying a bigger aquarium?
What's
Dr.
Jamar getting?
Schussler is saying that we should save this material that we've been talking about for Let's Get Personal.
Well, yeah, you can
there's
you
more.
can redo it. Trust me.
And we had a question there. What did I come in on? Well, here's the problem. You got 3 guys here, and we all fall under the squirrel problem.
They do.
Squirrel.
Not me.
Squirrel. Oh.
Mark Rogers says he heard that the Amish took over the nudist colony in Highland County. Bear, beards, and bonnets is the name now.
Bear beards and bonnets. Yeah. Well, the beards cover up
And
everything.
Jeff, you lost me when you said go Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan. Now, hey.
We don't even pronounce the M
If
here.
you want to stay friends of the program,
That's right.
You
Yeah.
keep.
No,
keep
I know.
stuff
I know
like
he's a
that
big.
to
I know he's a
yourself.
big Michigan fan.
So what did Jamar Chase buy?
I don't know.
What,
Then why'd you bring it up?
What would you buy? No, I know.
Oh.
He doesn't know.
Oh, you know what he-
What
A new car,
he did? What kind?
a Lamborghini,
Tesla.
A Lamborghini.
Oh, a
yeah,
Lamborghini.
white Lamborghini. Yeah,
white.
white. Yeah,
That's
Maybe
racist.
about
no,
Tesla.
it's white. Yeah. I'm surprised it was white.
They get dirty too easily.
Yeah, I was like, man, why don't you buy like a black one?
I would
or
like a black
red, or, you know.
Well, let's see. What color car is? Because he's got it wrapped. Riding the Way with Dave. His Lambo's.
it's like a skin color. It's
Yeah,
great.
but that's not the actual paint. That's a wrap. His
Why
whole-
would you wrap
his
it
whole
in
car
such
is
a
wrapped?
poop color?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's a strange look, but it's sort of a shiny, dull combination.
It's ugly.
It depends on how you look at
That
it.
car is ugly.
Well, that's all you get for $300,000,
it's an
Charlie.
SUV. I'd rather have my Ford Edge in that thing.
Well, you got to remember,
Joe's trying to defend himself.
Joe's trying to defend himself.
What's he saying?
Forget it.
I'm driving, Jerry Bear.
He's no. Wait a minute, Joe.
Jesus, he's dangerous.
Joe is in South Carolina right now. He left a day or two ago. So Joe, you are already arrived at your daughter's place, right?
Blue one I want.
Blue.
That's what.
Let's hope she's
Rachel-
talking about Lamborghini.
Shane Duffield says black shows.
Trust me, she don't get
You're
any
right,
blue.
Shane. Black does show dirt a lot. Who said what?
Nothing.
Oh, Rachel wants a blue.
Rachel's either want a blue Lamborghini
Rachel,
or she's been
Rachel,
watching those Smurfs.
I'm going to tell you something flat out. Don't hold your breath until Charlie passes on. He's leaving you so you can get your Lambo once he's passed, but you got to wait. You got to wait.
She might be able to get a used one. You never know
used
at
one.
that point. Let's see.
What else you got?
What else? That's I tell you, I want to put your guys' minds to work. Here we go.
You want to put our minds to work? I
Nice.
thought that's what we've been doing.
9 cities. Here we go. You guys can play at home. 9 cities that start with the letter C.
Cincinnati,
There's Cincinnati,
Chicago,
Chicago too.
You're doing a good job. Keep going.
Cincinnati,
Cleveland.
Chicago, Cleveland.
What are we talking about?
9 cities that start with the letter C. Just
Why?
get your brains
Chattanooga.
going. Chattanooga. There you go.
Chukabanga.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, aren't there some? You say there's
It's
only
funny,
9.
you said Cincinnati and Cleveland. You missed one.
There's
in the
only
middle.
9 cities.
No, there's more than 9.
So
Just give
Columbus
me
is one
9.
of them. Yeah.
Hello,
Not
Columbus.
Columbus. I know. There you go. Columbus. Yeah.
But they're not. They're in other places besides Ohio, right?
And even besides.
I don't get out much.
And even besides the United States, we'll take any city.
Oh.
9 cities.
Well, you're not demanding.
I'm making it easy for you.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
Just because
This
I
is a
want
game.
to.
This is a game.
Just to kind of get your guys' minds going a little bit this morning.
Oh, you need to do that.
Yeah.
It's like they're not. They're not going already.
Some days we need to do this.
Yeah.
We got 5.
Shane says Coshocton.
Coshocton, yeah.
Michelle says Chillicothe.
Yeah, those are Ohio cities. We'll give you those.
Yeah, they're both legit. They start with a C. Charlotte.
There you
Yeah.
go. You're right.
Cape Town. Michelle Tebow says Cape Town.
Cape Town. Okay, well, there's 8. One more.
Mark Rogers says, what do you mean 8? Salina. Vicky Kendall says Salina.
Man, you guys did good.
Yeah.
The 9 they had.
Joe Davis, late as usual, Columbus. And Jeff Schusler and Joe Davis are on the same page. And Jeff, that is no compliment.
That is not good.
No compliment. Michelle Tebow says Cairo.
Cairo.
Kevin
yeah.
Martin says Cairo too.
Yep. There's one in Canada you're missing. Starts with a C.
Well, we're talking
You've already
C's.
got 9. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. There's one in Canada that starts with a C. Big
Cuyahoga.
town.
What is this? Chang Sao? Or Kevin Martin says Chang. That must be a Chinese city.
Chianti. That's one. Chianti.
Sounds like a wine. Oh, that's Chianti.
Yeah.
So,
What else? You've missed a couple of these on their list, but that's okay because you got
whose
one.
list are we talking about?
The list I get
Oh,
mine.
Kevin Martin says Chernobyl.
I don't know if that's a city.
I don't think it well, it might be.
Oh, it
I don't
might
know.
be.
Kevin Martin enlightened us.
It may have been a city.
Yeah.
It might
Well,
be
you can
better.
still see it at night.
Yeah, you probably it's got a green glow.
Charleston.
Charleston,
Yeah, there's a good one.
another one.
That's
There
a
you
good
go,
one.
Joe.
What about the Canadian one?
I don't think we're not promoting anything Canadian right now. We have a tariff on Canada.
Wash that man.
They're not allowed on the morning show.
I'm gonna wash that. Or take me away.
Calgary.
Calgary. Yeah, see, I got you there.
And Calgary's an interesting city in Canada because
strip clubs?
No, well, Calgary and Dallas are very similar,
Really?
although Calgary is much smaller than Dallas. But after living in Dallas, because they're both sort of they've got cowboys and there's a lot of oil and
Indians?
and no Indians, I don't think so. They're probably. I mean, Canada has its native population, you know.
Yeah.
Just like there was here and also up in Alaska, but anyway,
Clearwater, Cedar Rapids.
Clearwater.
Cedar Rapids. You guys are doing good.
Yeah.
I just want 9. You give me like 15 or so. Which
Well,
is
we can
awesome.
kill a lot of time this way,
Yeah,
Charlie.
Do me a favor. If
We
you
take
would.
this in place of the regular game.
Hit that share button, please. Hit that share.
For some
button.
reason, my screen is not updating.
I have to keep pulling.
Mine's
it down.
updating better this morning than it ever has.
But of course, I can't say that.
Cridersville.
I honestly,
There you go.
yeah,
Cripple
Cridersville's in Ohio. I always remembered Cridersville on the way to Bowling Green.
Clearwater, Cedar Rapids, bunch of them. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be interested to see how you guys do on the chain connection today.
Oh, we're not playing that today because we did this list.
I got it from a different source today.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord.
That's an evil laugh there, Jerry.
This is long playing. I may have to tell you which column to take. We'll put it that way. All right.
What's that supposed to mean?
You can read into it what you want.
Clarksville. Michelle
not-
Tebow says
That's
Clarksville.
not a city. That would be a village. The village. Do you want to take a break since it's like 42 in between?
I will, but I'm trying to see what
40,
the average
45?
China's annual income is.
5,000
$56.99. So that's like a hair more than I make. All right, we'll take a break.
$56.99. Yep. Of course, cost of living is probably cheaper over there, right?
Yeah, all you got to do is eat fish.
Jay could love it. He's a fish man. We'll be back in just a minute.
Donuts. Getting a makeover and a name change.
It's every baker's nightmare. Buckling to the snowflake social media pressure, America's tasty glazed treats will now be known as doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Why wait for real news when you can get all the made-up news you need
Along with the facts about Ohio's hometown theater, the Murphy.
on The Murphy Report? Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
I have tried so hard to cut back on my daily doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings intake.
Really, Steve? No one has noticed. And I mean no one.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Let's get personal, personal. Let's get personal. Jerry joining in. I love it. I love it. Well, our host, Dr. Jeffrey
It's one of those days.
Schuessler,
It's Friday, man.
and Sarah Fife, the beauty that she is, which is also Jerry's daughter. Can I talk about her like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I want to make sure Sundays from 5 to 8 on YouTube.com. That one will not be on Facebook, or will it?
What's that?
Let's get personal. It'll just be a YouTube only show. And that's going to start here in April sometime. We will let you know when
Driver Jacob
we're ready to
has your
go.
Verizon package is estimated before 1:30 today.
All right. Rick's going to get his new phone today.
Phone, iPad, and the
iPad, and he already got his watch.
Oh, you got the watch. That's right.
Yeah.
Got the watch.
He's not wearing it, though.
No. Well, you have to have it paired with the phone,
Oh,
and I have to have the phone paired.
that makes sense. Okay. I've never had. My wife has had many iWatches, funky watches, but I've never indulged in one.
I can't stand
I
wearing a watch.
don't wear a watch normally.
Yeah,
I haven't worn a watch
I guess
for
it's.
decades.
I
guess
used to, but then you got a cell phone. That's why you need to watch.
I don't like anything around my wrist. And I guess that's why I've stayed one step
The watch only
ahead.
works with your in proximity with your phone,
Right.
so you still have to. But it has a separate phone number, which I don't know what that's for.
I don't understand it either. It's beyond me. It's beyond me.
So Tilly says that commercial was way too loud. Which commercial was it?
Which commercial was it?
Let's get personal.
That was me singing it. That's why. Tilly.
Yeah.
Come on, Tilly.
Which one it was? So
Was it the Let's Get Personal commercial?
I can turn it down.
I guess that's what happens when you and I both were
Because
singing.
each commercial is set separately.
Well, maybe it was the Critter Getter.
Chris Walsh thinks it's funny there.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, I want to come talk to you about being a host. So
Yeah.
when's the best time today
Chris
for you to
Walls.
talk to you?
When's Rick gonna come need to talk to you today? Because there's gonna be several different versions of this Let's Get Personal. Of course, Chris could be a guest.
Kevin Martin says in creepy it triggers my home alarm security.
Which one? The one where we sing or the Critter Getters?
So you get phone calls and texts, Rachel says, on the watch.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. I'm glad she's watching today.
Oh, Jake's. Mark Rogers says Jake's commercial.
Oh, Jake's commercial's too loud. Well, that was the last one. No, mine was the last one.
I'm turning it down.
All right.
There you go.
All right. There we go. Thanks for the info. We appreciate that. So, what else we got going? Anything exciting this weekend, Jerry Bear?
I think I'm gonna get down to Lebanon this afternoon.
Oh, go down and see your ladies.
I'm going down to the Feathers
Everybody
Mall.
agrees it
Well, don't you have some ladies then?
No, I got a friend that's got a booth down there, but she's been she's having
Chris
trouble
says he's
with her
taken,
legs.
so
She
he
can't get
be a
around.
guest.
Oh, okay.
He can't be a host though.
South Lebanon, I'm going to go down to later. I think I'm going to go down and get your mugs today if you want me to get them for you.
That's good. Well, Chris, you can be a host, as long as you're not married
Yeah.
and you're 19. And I know you fit both those.
Yeah.
Well, he says he's taken, so he can't be a guest.
Well, I mean,
Can't be a guest.
if his
Well,
if his girlfriend doesn't want him hanging out with
single women.
single men and women
Exactly.
that are, and they're not. This is not a hookup program. So this is not what it's about. This is about relationships and talking about the difficulties, because more and more, particularly young men, don't want anything to do with young women.
Yeah, Jake
Because
Lindsay one.
they think all they want is money. All they want is for them to support them.
That's called TikTok, Instagram. That's called, hey guys, I got OnlyFans and I want your $1 or $2 every month.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. But
You
anyway.
know, I have former students that have OnlyFans that are doing well. They make 10, 15 grand a month.
And,
Really?
and how do you know that, Charlie?
Because I know them. I mean, they're friends still. I mean, I don't get on their OnlyFans, but they have like Instagrams and stuff like that. Plus, my daughter knows them. My daughter's told me more than they have, actually. So,
Does your daughter have an OnlyFans?
no, she's thought about doing a foot one.
A foot one.
Yeah, just
Well,
for
I'd
fun.
say before Crystal thinks about doing a foot OnlyFans, she should get with Dr. Schusler and
Absolutely.
make sure anyone that does a foot thing has to have the feet in pristine condition.
That's right.
Because there ain't nothing worse than looking at ugly feet. Although I guess
I
that
thought
may be
about- I
that
thought
may be
about doing
part
a
of the
belly button
kinkiness.
fuzz one.
Belly button fuzz.
Yeah, belly button fuzz.
Yeah. Okay.
OnlyFans.
Well, it depends on whether you have an innie or an outie,
But
Charlie.
you guys, mine's definitely an innie.
Yours is an
Because then
innie.
you can put all kinds of stuff in there.
Store stuff in there?
Yeah.
It's like squirrels hiding nuts for the winter.
Exactly.
I had an alley that blew out, and they had to put in a big patch in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It blew out.
We're not going there.
How did it blow out?
My stream is still not updating, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah?
I can't tell whether it's the phone or whether it's Facebook today.
Dang, really?
So you had one of those mesh screens put in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, anyone that's had a hernia and had it operated back in the day, they have, and they still use these mesh screens, but I think that at certain times back several, I mean, I'm talking decades ago. For instance, I had a double hernia, and they put mesh in so that everything grows back in the mesh, makes it strong. But some of those mesh screens didn't work right, and they had to replace a bunch of
Right.
it. So they had to go back in and operate. I didn't have that issue.
That doesn't
Put
sound
mine
like
in
any
during
fun.
that period of time.
Well, a double hernia or a hernia period is not fun. And what they want you to do, even back then, was they want you to get up right after the surgery and start walking around. And there's only one thing that's more painful after you've had a hernia operation than walking around, and that is
To getting up.
you got to wait a long time before you want to have sex, because
Well, I didn't have to worry about
there
that.
isn't anything worse than having sex after a hernia operation.
Was this like in between wives or what?
Well, it's been since the last one.
Oh, since the last one. Ah, okay.
Which is
Okay.
the last one was number 4.
Yeah.
So I've been, single for 25 years?
Really?
Something like that.
No.
Well,
You're
yeah.
no.
Let's see.
You haven't been single
Well,
for
I've been single
25
for
years.
what,
No,
3 years now?
3, yeah, 2 or 3.
About
Almost
3 years.
20.
Maybe almost 20.
Yeah.
Because I remember Cindy and you being married. That hadn't been 25 years.
It's been 17 or 18.
I was thinking, you know what? If I would have been guessing, I would have said maybe 12 to 15.
No.
But I'm closer than you were.
Closer to what?
Than
Probably.
17 or 18.
Well, you haven't been single.
No, him.
Oh.
Him, no.
Where's,
No,
the,
I haven't.
where's the conversation?
17 or 18.
No.
Squirrel.
My,
Yeah, squirrel. Where?
17 or 18.
yeah, we'll be married 25 years here in
She's
July.
been married almost 2 years.
I have never been married
remarried
to
almost
any,
2 years. Man,
even
time
after 4
flies.
times, I've never been married to any woman 20 some years. Yeah.
25.
I think the longest was my kid's mother, and that was because we were separated for 10.
There you go.
So we
Hey.
stayed married.
So you still count that.
Well, of course you got to count it. And you know what? The sad part about it was she was getting ready to get married again, and we forgot we were still married. So that was a pretty tense situation.
That'll get your
We had to hurry up and get divorced so that she could get married.
Did you make her pay, Rick? Did you make her pay?
No, that was the last one.
I knew you made her pay. I thought maybe you might have made this one pay.
Well,
too.
all my male friends, they were like cheering me on because I got money out of that one.
I think I even went, yeah. I think
That's
give
right. I think you
I
did.
did. I give you a little bit. Sorry, Cindy.
Well, she was
but-
young and she made a lot of money, so she could afford. And she was from a very wealthy family. So
That was a hoot.
Joe's going to sleep, and he's driving.
Joe,
Joe,
don't
wake
go to
up.
sleep.
Joe always sleeps while he drives. That's why he's always refreshed.
I think Joe's always sleepy.
Sleepy Joe.
Hey,
That's right.
who was that? Who was it? That was Joe Biden, wasn't it? Sleepy
Yeah,
Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
We got our own version of Sleepy Joe Biden right there. Sleepy Joe Davis. All right. Just let you know,
Boy, the first hour's gone fast, Shirley.
Jake Lindsay will be on Monday.
Jake will be in Monday.
Yeah, Jake will be at Monday.
And Jake, just how many women are you bringing with you? Because the number keeps climbing. Is it 2 women?
One.
Is it 3 women?
he's down to 1 now. He's some girl from Cedar Creek Park.
Well, no, that was one of his. That was the second woman, but he
Well,
said
I think
since
he's
then.
down to 1.
He said since then there was another young woman that he was bringing in. So, Jake, are you bringing in just one?
All I know about is 1.
Now, the one that he's bringing in from the park, as I recall, I think she's married. But the one after that he was going to bring in, I thought she was like a love interest or something. So he was trying to, impress her by bringing her. We're like his dating service,
Yeah.
He brings his.
Has he been on today? Yeah, he's on.
Yeah.
He's been on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that he uses us to throw
We're
us.
just part of Jake's
He just
world.
throws us around like, I'm part of this talk show.
Check
And
comments.
my comments are not
It says-
refreshing. My last comment was from Chris
Jeff
Wall.
says, "Do you need my counseling, Rick?" And then Chris says, "I do. I do."
Todd May says, "You were just getting married to the rich woman." Am I just getting married to the rich woman? Well, no. She was her. You've ever heard of the DuPonts? Anyway, she's currently her next birthday she'll be 32. My next birthday I'll be 72. So you got to have more than just wanting monies there, Todd.
Michelle, you got to ask Rick about that.
What? Hey, what? Where has? Let me put my glasses back on.
Catman.
Oh, where's Cat been? Cat's in the hat. I think that's where she is.
All right. Where's Michelle been? You need to get your butt back on there.
Yeah. Well, Michelle's not. She's not actually been on the show.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, she
yeah,
was on the show once, and you brought your friend. What was her name?
Well, Rick Ewing's wife, Pam, and Rick. There's several of them.
No, I mean
She's been on
the
twice.
young lady,
twice.
the
been on
young lady
twice.
that she brought with her that one time.
That was her
that
niece
smelled
or
so
something,
good.
wasn't it?
That smelled so good.
She smells so
Yeah.
good.
Well, she did.
Our other version of Joe Biden right here.
She's sniffing her head.
I didn't even have to sniff. I was sitting here, and she was sitting beside me, and Michelle was sitting between her and you, Charlie.
Yeah.
But
How about
I mean, it could have been Michelle, but I think that it was her I think she's like an assistant or whatever. She's But anyway, I know she's married. I know.
There's no place like Utah. There's no place.
There's no place like Utah. There's no place like Utah.
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 I don't know.
Well,
Was that
Utah.
behind the green door?
Utah is known for having multiple wives.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
When I lived in Phoenix, there was a group of, I guess they were from Utah. So what's the religion?
Mormon.
Yeah, there were a group of first of all, people may not realize it, but Arizona and Utah, in particular, New Mexico, there's a lot of Mormons in those states.
Yes.
Utah is obviously the biggest concentration. But at the time that I lived in Phoenix, there was a group of Mormons where the guy was married to many wives and had kids and that. And of course, it's still illegal in all those states, but they would live in.
What do they call it? Polygamy.
Yeah, they would live in this camp in Utah for a period of time till the police were ready to,
Pounce.
pounce on them, and then they would move across the state line back into Arizona, and so they would thwart them, and so same thing in Arizona, and I don't know whether they had to wait so long or what the reason
Never had that problem.
why they didn't arrest. Well,
Mark Rogers says column B, Jerry.
the Mormons, yeah, the Mormons are very powerful people and very influential in those states. A lot of Mormons.
Mark's ready to play the game. I like it. Mark, anytime you want to come on, let me know.
Yeah,
Send me a little
it's getting close to
Facebook
9
message.
o'clock, which means we're not far from the
Michelle
game.
says Samantha, and then I came on with
As an Eagle rider.
That's right, it was Samantha.
Kevin Martin says 76.
Tall bones in the big
No, it's
parade.
69, Kevin. It's 69.
Kevin Martin was throwing shame at me yesterday for betting $1.
Jeff says 1 is too much. Forget Utah.
All right, well,
I guess we'll take a break.
and then we'll come back.
And
We'll
when,
have
and when we
games.
come back,
We'll have the games.
who's going to play the games? It's just
Well-
you and me and Jerry.
Well, Mrs. Long is supposed to be in.
Oh, she's right
supposed to
here.
be in at
She's
9.
right here, so she's on time. Perfect.
So-
All right, log back
She
so we can
wanted
do a
to come
break.
at 9 so she could play the game.
I know that's why she did, and she's all ready. Yeah.
That's why you wanted to come at 9 so you could play the game. She's even shaking her head. Yeah, so there you go. All right, we'll be back in just un momento. Like that? You like my Spanish?
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Right.
All right, we're back. And yes, the panel just got extremely better looking. And yes, Tony, we'll have some better content now.
Yeah.
But ask your wife what I told her when she come in, because then she'll explain to you why we do some of the things we do on here.
It's our shtick.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's our
But
shtick.
tell him.
It doesn't make any sense.
Tell him
Not
now.
right now. Not right now. No, not right now. Tell that's a
Top
private.
secret.
That's a private conversation.
Top
yes.
secret.
All right, now since you're here and it's 9 o'clock, do you mind if we play the game
Let's
first?
play the game. That's why I came.
Let's play the
That's
games
why I
first.
came.
All right. Well, first of all,
Rick's leaving us.
before we play the game,
saw a squirrel.
we have some local birthdays. Amy Gordon, one of my former students, is 50 years old today. And tell me, doesn't that make you feel old when you hear your former students are 50 years
Well,
old?
Having
My
babies
daughter, my oldest daughter, has a birthday today.
Oh, how old is she?
49.
Really? Know what's her name?
Jennifer. Jenny.
Jenny.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
Jenny Thaxton.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Jeff Bumgardner is 54 today. Ty Baker's 32. Chastity Briggs is 50. Lori Winters, it's her birthday today, no age. Some people are vain. They don't want us to know their age. Kim Duncan, 59. Larry Thompson, 69. This next one I'm going to struggle with.
Uh-oh.
Venicus Rosando Marcelina, her birthday today. VR Marcelino. There we go. 27. Here's a former educator still rocking and rolling, and you may know her, I bet. Judy Sargent. You know yeah, 82 today.
Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Judy.
82. And Steve Menderman, it's his birthday today. All right, so if you're going to put in answers at home, Kevin Martin, if you're putting in the real answers, we have right now just 2 people guessing. Rick has left the building. So here's our celebrities today. The first one, actor Gary Oldman. How old is Gary Oldman today?
His name makes him sound old.
48.
Oh, older. I'm 61 or 60. I'll be 61. He's older than me.
Really?
Yeah, Gary Oldman. Yeah.
What has he done?
He's done a lot of different movies.
Wow.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. What would be Gary Oldman's?
Well, I found hanging out in the Murphy
There
lobby.
you go. There you go. Jerry,
There
be
she is.
careful.
Right over your shoulder there.
There she is.
All right.
Gary Oldman.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, you've seen him before. I tell you what, I will. Well, you don't have your phone with you.
I
would
do.
have given
I
you
do.
permission to look him up real quick.
Okay.
But don't look at. Try not to look at his age.
All right.
But he's been in a lot of movies. He always plays. I tell you, he was in one of the Batman movies as like the Riddler, I think.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. Just look at this picture there. and
Well, I
you
must
know
not. Okay, I'm mistaken
Oh, I
about who it was.
won't guess.
No, yeah, look at another picture. That's not a very good picture, right? There you go. There's some more good picture. See, you've seen that guy before. How old's
Yeah, I
Gary
was
Oldman?
wrong about who I
No, I haven't.
You've seen
I
it.
don't see a lot of movies.
Trust me, you've seen it. If you've been breathing air for over 10 years.
71.
71 is high.
Dolly just moved in on my
Gary Oldman.
screen.
She's looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman. Rick, you got a guess?
60.
Higher, it's in between 60 and 71.
I have to behave now, or Dolly will
67
smack
is
me in the
right.
back of
Ding,
the head
ding,
with
ding,
that
ding,
book.
ding, ding, ding. Vicky Kendall got it
No,
right.
she's nice.
Timothy Dalton. He's an actor. I think he was in War Games.
Was he a James Bond?
Who? Timothy Dalton?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I thought he played James Bond.
He might have. I don't know. But I know Timothy Dalton was in the movie, I think, War Games.
60.
60?
Older.
Oops, what happened here? No, let's see here. Timothy Dalton. Oh, yeah. Timothy Dalton's way older.
Okay.
70.
Older.
Oh wow.
86.
Not quite that old.
76.
Between 76 and 80.
78.
Just a little higher.
79.
There you
79.
go.
That's why I
All
come to play the games and win.
I didn't realize he was that old.
She plays the win.
Oh, wait a minute. This next one is the one I think it was in War Games. Matthew Broderick.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
He's about 60.
67.
That's high.
60.
It's bracketed in between 60 and 67.
62.
Just a little higher.
63.
63.
Yeah,
You see, you
okay.
guys are doing good. You're getting these
You got to
quick.
hurry up and do that.
Okay,
Karen.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, wow.
She's not even a citizen.
I
anymore,
know.
is she?
Is it her birthday today?
Yes.
Oh.
You sound so
say-
excited.
72.
Oh, no, not near that old.
Not that old?
She looks bad though.
She does look bad. That's because she's a lip.
59.
59 to 72.
I don't think that's the reason.
65.
65, 59 to 65. Think Matthew Broderick.
63 is what.
63, yeah, that's it.
She
60.
she must be cheating.
Vicky must be Googling.
Vicky's got 2 in a row.
All right, here we go. We got another one
3
here.
in a row, baby.
Professional football player. And he may have just retired or he still may be playing. I don't know. Adrian Peterson. Minnesota Viking running back.
Yeah.
49.
No, he's not that old.
Not that
He still may be playing. I don't
38.
In between 38 and 49.
42.
In between 38 and 42.
Your turn.
39.
Just a little higher.
40.
40. Here we go. 40. Here we go. All right, Matt Prater. Go ahead and ask.
Who's Matt Prater?
He is a professional football kicker.
That's why
Is he still playing?
Yes.
this is why we did not get it right, Charlie.
Yeah.
You have to gauge Rosie in dog years.
Have to what?
You have to gauge.
Rosie and dog ears. Oh, okay. That's funny.
31.
Higher than 31.
34.
Higher than 34.
36.
Higher than 36.
Wow.
He's a
39.
kicker. Higher than 39.
42.
Just a little high.
That's too high?
Yeah. 41. There you go. 41. All right, last one for the celebrities today.
Oh, great.
Scott Eastwood.
Don't know who that is.
Clint's son. And he was in this Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Gran Turismo, and
Get cut up in that chainsaw thing.
he was in Suicide Squad also.
70.
It's Clint's son.
53.
Clint's son. 53 is too high.
'Cause Clint is old.
46.
46 is too high, but you're getting closer.
42.
42 is high,
40.
just a little high.
39.
39, there you go. All
Is
right,
that a real license plate or is that a paper one?
that is a real license plate that you can get for Dolly Parton.
You can.
Yeah, but it'll have a different number on it.
It'll have
Right.
a different number. This is just a license plate for me to share with you and show you what it'll look like.
She's been known to use it late on a Saturday night.
There you go. I've got one on my car.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You missed.
Yours is a different number, right?
Mine is a different number. Yes.
All right, Jerry, you say you're taking column A today?
Are you leaving?
Yeah, why not?
Whatever you want.
Yes,
Yeah,
you could
why
get
not?
these in a vanity plate if you wanted.
All right, let's do our chain connection real quick, and then we'll get the rest of the time will be all Dolly. Chain connection. Here we go. Jerry said he wanted column A, so
Wait a minute, I thought you acted like there was gonna be something strange about the column choice.
I got it taken care of already. I already did it. I already
Oh,
did
my.
Just checking.
it. Jerry's doing column A. Ms. Long is doing column B. So let's see. You remember she is a principal here, Jerry.
I know. She's
I
tough
don't know
at
what
this
that
game.
means.
It would mean that we would all be in your office.
That is probably true.
All right, your first word, Disney, W.
So what do I have to do? What
You
do I
have to
try-
tell me the word that goes with Disney that starts with W.
Walt.
That's a good guess, though. Jerry,
What?
your first word is big, and your second word starts with B.
Watch the rabbit hole, Jerry.
I'm not going to say it because Karen's here.
And we would have to charge you 25 cents. Did you pick that on purpose, Charlie?
It come up in one of the things I saw yesterday.
But we do know that's the word.
Well, not necessarily.
Business.
Big business. All right.
You'll be stuck on that. You know you're going to lose.
All right.
Oh, I know.
Disney
World.
World.
There
There
you
you go. I was going to give you the second letter, but that's all right. Okay. The next one is World H.
World Hunger.
World Hunger.
On a roll.
Hunger G.
Hunger Games.
Oh my gosh.
What a great
Jerry.
book. That's a great book.
It is a good
Game S.
Game show.
Jerry, you may not get a chance.
I always
Game-
pick the wrong column.
It's going to be hosted.
No, I picked it for Show B.
Showbiz.
Show business, yeah. This is for the win already. Dang. Business C.
Contract. Business contract.
All right, good guess though. All right, Jerry. Big B-U. Come on.
You got to say it, Jerry. You got to say it.
I think there's a song.
Yeah, there is a song.
He likes them.
I like big.
She's even trying to help you.
Jerry, you know
It's
what
not
the word
butts,
is.
is it?
And I cannot
but.
lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
It's
is?
But, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is but, yeah.
That just cost me a quarter. Way to go, Charlie.
Now, here you go. But M.
And see, you didn't officially say that the second
Oh,
time.
okay.
Charlie.
All right.
But M.
But M.
So now he owes 50 cents.
M.
Charlie, you're racking them up.
M.
Mark Rogers says, "Told you, Jerry, column B."
But M.
M.
Well, yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, just think, what is it? You know, it's a.
What?
Huh?
You just confused us.
So she's trying to help you.
I'm afraid she's gonna be like Bill.
We had a guy in here the other day.
I think I'm right.
He kept giving wrong answers for the other team. It was funny. But
Muscle.
Muscle. That's right.
Oh,
There you
all
go.
right.
There you
Hey,
go.
What was the word?
Butt muscle.
What?
Muscle.
my
muscle.
opponent helped me with that.
I know. Well, she's beating you so bad.
Yeah, she feels
feeling,
bad for me.
She's feeling.
Educated,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, she
I just
feels
like the
bad for
game.
me.
I like the.
Muscle M.
Mass.
Muscle mass. Good guess, but
Michelle had said butt munch.
all right, butt munch. Yeah.
I have been called that a few times.
Business CA for the win.
So Kevin Martin said butt monkey.
Business car.
Business car. Okay.
Card.
You have a chance, Jerry.
Jerry, here we go. Muscle MI. It's very popular. You see it everywhere.
Yes, Michelle, we know.
You see it everywhere?
Well, I mean, when you go shopping,
Muscle MI.
you know what it is.
I'm thinking.
When you go shopping, you see this?
Here, it's the next one. You know what I'm talking about? Wait a minute, here we go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then
I don't know what that is.
it's a letter.
I know what that is. Yeah,
Muscle milk.
but I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either.
You gonna go with it?
Might as well, Jerry.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right, muscle milk is right.
What is muscle
What is
milk?
muscle milk?
Really? You guys
This
know?
is like runner's
Well,
high.
wait a minute.
Like almond milk?
Am I the only person in here who knows what muscle milk is?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you do.
It's expensive milk, and it's like $3 for like a little bottle, and it has all these nutrients and protein. It's like a protein shake. They call it muscle milk.
Oh, wow.
Jerry just lifts weights. He
But-
doesn't need muscle
That's
milk.
true. Yeah,
But
Jerry's buff.
yeah, but his weights are 16 ounce
Yeah.
or 12 ounce. Anyhow, all right. So Jerry, here we go. Ready? Milk M.
Milk money.
Milk money. Good guess, but that's
Good
wrong.
move.
There you go. All right, here we go. Business CAR for the win.
Card.
Card, yeah, business card.
Hey, there you go.
All right, so let's finish out Jerry's. Milk MA.
Milkman.
No,
That's what I would have
Milk maid.
Milk Maid. There you go.
Milk
Milk
Maid,
Maid.
okay.
Maid
Is she
S.
the one that sits on the stool?
I think so. Maid S.
Maid service.
Maid service, right? And service D.
Service D?
Yeah, service D.
I think service department.
Woof.
What the
Is
heck?
that yes?
Woof.
Service dog?
Service dog. There you go. All right, that's all for our games today.
Way to go, Karen. Good job.
Karen
Good job.
came, saw, and kicked Jerry's butt. There we go. All right. Anthony Ingersoll had Muscle Man. Kevin Martin had Muscle Milk on there.
I was looking for the clues. Where were all those clues? Those.
Michelle
I
had-
for some
I
help.
keep having to refresh.
Michelle
for
had
some
muscle
help.
milk.
I keep having to refresh for
Okay.
some reason.
Well,
All right, so we have Dolly. I want to tell you what, we went out last Friday. We went out and she cost me $30, but that's okay.
Did I?
Yeah, because we joined the
Oh,
senior.
good, good,
Yeah, I
good,
joined
good.
Jerry and I both joined the senior center, so
Good.
we played Dolly Parton Singo, which I only had one person cuss at me, so that wasn't bad.
It wasn't me. I didn't know anybody cussed at you. It wasn't
They
me.
didn't cuss at me. They were mad because I didn't play one of their songs.
there was a song on there that he never played.
Oh.
But it wasn't,
it wasn't on
the
my list. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Huh.
This lady, she needed to complain.
But he added
I
it to
know
the list,
her.
so.
Okay.
I showed her the list. I said, look, yeah.
She was nice about it.
She was, yeah. It was funny.
She only hit him once.
It was
Okay.
It was a good time. We went out to the senior center and played, and we went out to Cape May and played. So we got to see some people I hadn't seen in a while. That senior center, folks, that guy's going to come on and be a guest. That's a gem in our community that really, I'm saying this not trying to throw shade, but it's going to sound like it. I was actually disappointed that there wasn't that many people there, because I've been there like in years past I've brought kids out there for something, and man, that place was like packed for lunch.
Huh.
And matter of fact, they even had that other side open. There, so many people were. So
Well, maybe it's because you were coming.
maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. You didn't tell them I was coming there. You told them you were coming.
Yeah. Next time we'll tell
That
you you'll
backfired.
just draw a
That
huge
backfired.
crowd.
Some of us may have moved on, Charlie.
When I was out there Wednesday, man,
In a
that
sad
parking lot was
way,
clear full, and I thought, oh my gosh. But they went on a bus trip to Columbus.
Yeah.
So,
They get a lot of
Was there
people out
anybody
on their
there
bus
yesterday?
trips.
Huh?
Was there,
I didn't go yesterday.
Wednesday. Was there anybody there?
To eat lunch, there was only probably about 10 people
Well, because they were on that
because they
trip.
all went on that trip.
Yeah.
They were on
And
that
they
trip.
had lunch at the Capitol cafeteria.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
that's a gem Clinton County has. If you're over 60,
So are we going to announce that I'm going to join? And,
Rick Phillips
and
is
the
going to
three of us-
join.
The three of us are going to go in on Wednesday.
Wednesdays, we're going to start
We can
eating
have
lunch here.
with Rick and Jerry and
Yeah.
and Charlie.
Yep.
Just buy us lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're going to go work out in the workout room, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe,
After?
you never know.
Yeah.
That's
There's a
one of the main
great
reasons
workout
Take his
room.
shirt
That's
off,
one of the main
though.
reasons I joined.
Jerry's not allowed to take his shirt off.
You can go into that workout room and 24 hours a day, and you just enter in your little password there, and
That's your phone number, isn't it?
well, yeah,
Yeah. Well, we haven't done it yet. That's why I'm asking.
yes,
It's going
yes.
to be muscle milk.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
You just don't have a restroom. That's the only thing. You don't have a restroom
Unless it's open.
unless the senior center is open when you go to the weight room.
Pretty neat, really.
Treadmills, bikes, ellipticals. It's really very nice.
I was impressed.
And you have to be 50. You only have to be 50 and over to
Just
join.
barely made it.
Like 22 years.
I tried to tell him that too, Rick.
So look,
22 yet, Charlie.
21 years. Okay. We got all these goodies. We got a Dolly Parton license plate. We got Dolly Parton Duncan Hines cake mix.
Yeah.
And
And icing.
And icing, and she has a whole line of things at Dollar General, and all of the proceeds go to her foundation. And the Dolly Parton Imagination Library is part of her foundation. She does many, many things with her foundation, but the proceeds from these products go there.
Does she have a list of the books that she supplies somewhere online?
Yes.
That people can go and, okay.
Yes, those are all listed online there. If you go to Ohio, Dolly Parton Imagination Library, or just Dolly Parton Imagination Library, the national website, and you can find her list of books for 2025, and you can probably find her list of books from years prior.
just give us the I know you've been on here once, but there's people that are watching today that didn't see it last time.
Sure.
So give them just the thumbnail sketch of everything that Dolly Parton does, and also tell them about next Friday, obviously.
Yes, yes. So in 2020, the Clinton County became a Dolly Parton Imagination Library county, and a little bit later that year, Ohio became an all-state Dolly Parton Imagination Library state. So all of Ohio, all the counties in Ohio have opportunities for children birth through 5 years old to enroll in the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And children can enroll from birth through 5 years old. And each month they receive an age-appropriate book in the mail addressed to their child. And addressed to their child, and they can read that book. What Dolly wanted to do was to break the stigma around, and she didn't want anybody to not be able to read. She wants to prepare kindergartners for school and get them school ready, and nothing prepares kids for school more than reading to them, read alouds. It helps them learn language. It develops their focus for learning. It develops memory. There's so many things that are activated in the brain when a child is read to. And Dolly knows that 80% of a child's brain is developed by the age of 3, and she wants to provide books in homes of kids so that positive things can happen between birth and 3, so that brain develops in a positive way.
I was fascinated by the difference there was that you had the chart, the visual
Staggering.
that showed the difference between a child being read to from how much they were read to and how much it increased their vocabulary, the words that they would know.
Yes.
And that was just amazing.
Yes.
It really is. I mean, and depending on how many times a day.
Yes.
The more times a day, the more vocabulary you build. And I tell you what, if you're a parent and you're armed with that, you're going to read your kid at least 2 or 3 times a day.
Yes.
At least.
And, you know, if you're working, ask your child care provider. Tell your child care provider that you really want them to read to your child multiple times during the day. The first book that every child receives from Dolly is this Little Engine That Could. You probably remember that book from your childhood.
It was probably previous to me.
1930 something.
Yeah,
you
we
said
looked
the other
inside
day.
at the copyright when we were at the senior center, and it's like 1930s. That book's been around. But Dolly wants all kids in the program and all kids just everywhere to know that if you think you can, and just set your mind to something and you can do it. This book is the first book that families get. It's a long story, and so it can be overwhelming to think about reading that book to a newborn and even a 2 or a 3-year-old because of their attention span. But don't give up. You know, sit down, read as much of the book that the child will listen to, or as the child crawls away or falls asleep. Keep reading, because that language that goes into their ears and into their brain. So just keep at it. Think about times when they're stationary, when they're in a high chair maybe, eating. That's a good time to read. When they're in the bathtub, when they can't crawl away and they're busy doing other things, it's a good time to read. But 1930, thank you.
Yep.
And then other books that they'll start to get after that are more age appropriate. I have them in my bag here. Sorry about that. I'll let you hold that up. It has more pictures, less words. Books that you can point to and you can just interact with, not necessarily read all the time, but ask kiddos, you know, what they see and what their favorite food is on the page. Some of the books even come with questions and cues and ideas for conversations around the book. So you can see that book doesn't have a ton of story, not a lot of plot. There's just things to talk about and
Kind of like our show. Not a lot of plot around here.
Yeah. And then I'll hand this one to Jerry. This is the last book that they get when they turn 5. They get this book that is getting them ready for kindergarten. Watch out, kindergarten, here I come. And that's the book they get. And you can see the inside cover, and some notes in here that Dolly has included are just ideas for families to talk about with the book. At the same time, every birthday, a child will get an email from Dolly and a birthday greeting from Dolly. And I heard a story just earlier this week, I was talking to a grandparent who said when their granddaughter turned 5, she cried because she knew that was the end of Dolly's books, that she wasn't going to be getting any more books in the mail from Dolly. So
You still buying books?
you still buying books.
Books, yeah.
When they get to school, they get those Scholastic Book Fair
they get to
things
the book fair.
sometimes, and those are pretty inexpensive. And then there's the Clinton County Literacy Foundation that's always giving books away somewhere in the county.
Well, and I just saw something that kind of correlates with that. Wilmington Auto, Clinton Becker yesterday was on, and they got books out there from the Clinton County Foundation.
Literacy Foundation. Yeah.
And plus, there's all kinds of places that there's a bookstore right around the corner here, I think. Yes. That sells books.
Used bookstore, the Book Nook.
That sells things. Cedar Creek Flea Market has. The only reason I'm telling you because they're deals. But there's a place in Dayton too that you can go to. I think all the books are $1.
They're $1.25 now.
$1.25.
It's called the Dollar Book Swap, and we sometimes get our books from there for the Clinton County Literacy Foundation that we can then just give away.
It's pretty
All the
neat place,
laundromats
isn't
in the
it?
county have free books giving away.
Libraries, not libraries, but the post office.
Post
I've
office.
seen post offices also with free
Fort
books.
Clinton does. Yeah. And
It's
also
Sabina.
the libraries. The library in Wilmington has a free book room instead of their annual library sale. They have a free book room set up now, and it's by donation.
Okay.
Vicki Kendall says that her great granddaughters get a new book every month.
Yep, from
Yep.
Dolly. Yep. And then Dolly has even taken some of her songs, like The Coat of Many Colors, and she's turned it into a book. And that is part of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library collection. So if you're a Dolly Parton fan, you'll see some of her books come across too, some of her songs.
Fran DeWine, didn't she get this started in Ohio?
She did. She knew about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library because her grandchildren live in Yellow Springs area, and Greene County has had the Dolly Parton Imagination Library for I don't know how long, 20 years or something. And she knew that her grandkids were getting these, and so when she became First Lady, she wanted to take this on and wanted to bring it to all of Ohio, to all the children in Ohio. And she did. And she was in Beaver Creek, which is where she is from and where she grew up. Yesterday, she was in Beaver Creek reading at the public library, Fran DeWine was, to celebrate the 20 millionth book that was sent out in Ohio via the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So Fran DeWine was in Beaver Creek yesterday.
No beavers.
Celebrating. And speaking of celebrating, we are going to be celebrating, we in Clinton County, celebrating our 5th anniversary of the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Friday night, the 28th, so a week from tonight, next Friday, a week from tonight, the 28th at the Murphy Theater, from 5 to 7. The event is free. Let me just say that before I forget. The event is free.
Now, where is the Murphy Theater?
We are sitting in it. We are sitting in it. And we are going to start from 5 to 7 at Charlie's happy hour time. Right here. We will have free appetizers made from Dolly Parton products, some of her cookies from her mixes, and an appetizer recipe from her cookbook that she just, What You Got Cooking Good Looking, I think is what it's called, that she just put out with her sister. So the Dolly Parton cookbook. So a free appetizer. Right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Stella performed here one time in Clinton County. I think I met her. I remember that. It's been years
She probably
ago.
remembers you too.
She doesn't remember.
Was she a Parton?
Yeah, she was a Parton, Stella Parton. Okay. Yeah.
So free appetizers. We will have a special Dolly cocktail at a minimal cost here at Charlie's. A Dolly Parton cocktail, also from her recipes. And then outside in the lobby between 5 and 7 during happy hour, we'll have a photo opportunity. Dolly will be here with us, and we'll have a photo opportunity
Plus Jerry.
with some balloons.
We got a free photo opportunity right
Yeah.
Yes. And then we also are going to write some thank you notes to people in the community that make this possible. This is possible, this program is possible because of donations, private donations from people like you and me, you people out there listening, and you people in here with me, and me. Private donations via the Clinton County Foundation. Dolly Parton Imagination Library is under the Clinton County Foundation. They're our local partner. And so donations to the foundation can be funneled into the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. And then businesses. We are so grateful to businesses in town. Chiefly among them is ATSG and their donation, that they make sure that when our donations fall short of all the 1,400 or so kids in the community that are signed up to receive books, when our donations aren't enough, ATSG steps in and makes sure that we can mail out those books to kids. So donation, learn how to donate, learn how to get involved, be able to write thank you notes to mail carriers and people at the hospital who are helping us sign up newborns, and just people from all over the community that are helping us, librarians who help us. So we're going to be doing all kinds of things. And then at 7 o'clock, we are going to show the documentary, The Library That Dolly Built, that tells the story of the Imagination Library, and also the story of Dolly Parton and what she has done for children in East Tennessee, her own community, as well as around the world.
It's like a 45-minute.
It's about 80 minutes.
Oh, 80 minutes,
Just over an
okay.
hour. Just
All
over
right.
an hour. And we also have a special video from the governor and First Lady Fran DeWine.
Neat. Okay. So that's next Friday. Now, we got.
I want to say backing up one here real quick, and then because there's a question you can answer better than I can. From Michelle Tebow.
What's that?
About the aging up. If you join, can you bring a friend? To the
I
gym?
believe so, because
Bring a guest.
they're going to let me bring my wife, because she's not old enough. But yes.
You
Yeah.
can bring a guest. I think you
Yes.
have to bring a guest.
Yeah, you can bring it in. So my wife will be my guest. Yes.
So
Then she can have a guest
this
as well.
book you got here now. What's that?
This book here is a book about Dolly Parton and her songs, and we are going to have a raffle basket on next Friday night. And the anybody who gives us their contact information so we can keep you in the loop about upcoming events and how we're doing with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Anybody can enter the raffle for free. Just give us your email address so that we can keep in touch with you. We also have an album. Some of these yummy treats are going to go into the Dolly Parton Imagination Library raffle basket.
We were going to take a break, and we'll be back here in just a minute.
Hey you, so check this out.
And you, it's only amazing magistrate. It's going to be so cool.
Is it gonna kick off?
You think that's hot? Check out Jake's magic. It's awesome, amazing, incredible, and a lot of fun.
Jake Lindsay, his magic show is absolutely amazing, right, Jerry?
Yes, and he's single too.
Oh my goodness, Jerry.
City officials forcing a local beloved mascot to step down.
Why poor timing and inappropriate behavior doomed a pantless Wilson the Weasel following his drunken performance at the late Judge Garrett's funeral.
There was nothing routine about this routine.
A story we are dedicated to getting to the bottom of.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. These made-up stories and the latest real news from the Murphy Theater are what you've come to expect from us.
On the Murphy Report, with a new report posted every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our Murphy Theater YouTube channel.
Full minute-to-minute coverage all 21 hours a day.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Amanda, I have to say Vanessa and Breck are just about the two finest anchors in the business.
For once, you're absolutely right, Steve.
I think the Titanic could have learned a thing or two from these two giants in their field.
What am I missing here?
Anchors.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
All right, we are back, and tell you what, guys, next Friday night, that all starts at 7 o'clock. Is that right?
7.
5
The
is,
documentary starts at 7. We'll all move into the theater
5
at
o'clock
7. But
is-
5 to 7 is when we've got happy hour and then all sorts of activities outside in the lobby.
So 5 to 7 next Friday night, not tonight, next Friday night.
Right. Dolly Music will be playing in the theater. That we'll have a PowerPoint going so that you can see pictures of families from Clinton County and information about Clinton County, Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So there's all sorts of things going on.
Yeah, well, you can sign Alan up, Michelle, and then you can come as his guest.
That's right, right. Yeah, you don't have
That's
to
the
be
way
old
I'd
like
work.
us.
And you only have to be 50. I don't know how old she is. I don't know.
60% of our audience is women. You're pissing them off.
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't.
What'd I miss?
You left for just 2 minutes, and he's
No,
already making
Michelle,
If I'm not here, it just...
Michelle said she wasn't old enough. I said, well, I said, no, the reason I said that, because I said 60 earlier, but you only have to be 50. Right?
You only have to be 50.
You only have to be
right.
50.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. So, again.
Rick's going to have to show his ID. They're not going to believe he's old enough.
Yeah, but well, I tell you, since I had my hair dyed, a lot of people say I'm only about 40 now, so I'll take
So
it.
what is your real hair color, Charlie?
Brown. It's like my eyebrows.
So, I mean,
gray.
Well, it's gray. Yeah, that's
Real
true.
haircut. So are your eyebrows really brown, or did you dye them?
No, that's the way they are.
Okay, so those
And
are
actually, they were trying to match my eyebrows up, and they didn't do a very good job, I don't think.
Oh, you mean they tried to match your
Did they?
hair to your eyebrows?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's close.
Yeah.
It's like a shade off, maybe. But I just had to get the purple out. You know, the purple had been in there too long. So anyhow, we're moving on now. We're moving on. I don't know what the next color may be purple again, because I think next year if we do a fundraiser like that, I think I have to do Alzheimer's. I think I got to do Alzheimer's.
Is that purple?
It's purple as well. Just my mom had it, and a lot of people I know. I tell you what, a lot of people get it.
Today is...
Oh, don't we have this day in
There's a day, it's blue and yellow for... no, daggone it.
Ukraine?
No.
Autism?
No, it's not autism. Daggone, I can't remember.
Here's an old man not figuring.
There's a blue and yellow day.
Kevin, you still on?
Kevin
Help us
Martin,
out. What is today?
Help us out. What's blue and
It's
yellow?
blue and yellow
day?
for...
Well, I'll tell you what, Jerry, while you're thinking about that, I might look it up real quick. But do you have any of this day in history? Let's do that before we forget about it. Then we'll get back to some more Dolly.
I gotta unfold this thing. Get me.
Oh
just,
my God.
Boom! You just let
So
me
terrible.
I have to dig
So
it out.
terrible. He's got to dig it out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This day in history. This is March 21st, isn't it?
Yes, it is. March
Okay.
21st, all day long.
Yep.
All day, even if it warms up to 70. Yeah, okay.
It's not going to warm up today. We're at 29.
Okay.
We're at 29.
In 1788,
It's cold in here.
almost the entire city of New Orleans was destroyed by fire. 856 buildings were destroyed.
Was that from a cow?
No, that was Chicago. Much later. In 1790, Thomas Jefferson reported the U.S. President George Washington as his new Secretary of State. And 1851, Yosemite Valley was discovered in California.
What do you mean discovered?
I don't know. I just thought that was interesting that they hadn't found it yet.
I know, it was missing.
Yeah. In 1857, an earthquake hit Tokyo, killing 107,000 people.
We have a lot of those.
In 1908, a passenger was carried in a biplane for the first time. And Henry Farman in France was the pilot. In 1910, the U.S. Senate granted ex-President Teddy Roosevelt a yearly pension of $10,000.
Oh, wow. Doge wasn't around then, I guess.
No. In 1928, U.S. President Calvin Coolidge gave the Congressional Medal of Honor to Charles Lindbergh for his first transatlantic flight.
I got the Down Syndrome Day.
Down Syndrome Day, that's it. Yeah.
Down Syndrome.
So that's blue and yellow for Down
Blue and yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
In 1963, Alcatraz Island Federal Penitentiary in San Francisco Bay was closed.
We were sorry to see it go.
Yeah. In 1972, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that states could not require 1 year of residency for voting eligibility.
I think it's only 30 days, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Something like that now, I
30
think.
days you're a resident.
In 1980, the TV show Dallas, J.R. Ewing was shot.
Yeah, who shot him? Do we remember?
Who shot JR?
Who shot JR? Do you remember that? I don't remember that.
I don't remember but I remember everybody asking.
Yeah, I remember the question. Yeah, who shot JR?
Charlie's looking it up.
I guess I need to
In
look it up.
2001, Nintendo released the Game Boy Advance. I found one of those at home the other day.
Game Boy Advance?
Game Boy Advance.
You found it at one at home?
Yeah, one of the girls had had it. It was in a drawer in my office, and I found that, and I thought, what the heck? And it's like brand new. I thought, I don't know which one of the girls had it.
Or was it Pam's brother or Pam?
That's what I got for that.
All right. Well, can you?
His sister-in-law shot JR. Vicki Kendall says.
Well, Vicki Kendall knows. Good. I was getting ready to read this
When I
diatribe.
lived in Dallas, I lived about 10 miles from South Fork.
Really?
The ranch really exists.
Interesting.
When I leave here today, I'm going to go to the library to their new maker space to make some stickers for our Dolly Parton Imagination Library event next Friday, the 28th. Did you know that we have a new maker space at the library in Wilmington?
Just you said something about it, I think last week
Yeah.
on those with you. No, so what does that entail?
You can make. I've never been there yet. I've been to the Xenia Public Library. They have a really fabulous maker space that they call Spark Place, and that's where I've made things in the past. But I'm going to try out the new Wilmington one. They have a vinyl printing machine, and the same vinyl printing machine will print stickers. Just put different paper, quote paper, in it. Different material
in it.
You only pay for the materials that you use.
Okay.
So a banner.
They're not making any money on it. They're simply doing it at cost.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So like a banner, it just depends on how big it is, but $10 is not is about the price that I pay for a typical banner that I've made.
So how big are the banners?
You like this table?
Okay, that's big.
Yeah.
Like this table, something like that. It's all.
Grab your car, Charlie.
And I'm going to make stickers, and they'll even cut out the stickers in circles so that I just peel them off and they're circle stickers. And they have a couple of other machines too that I'm going to learn about. But the Xenia Public Library has tons of things, and it's really exciting to see our own library starting to build a maker space.
Yeah, sounds great.
You have to make an appointment, so you can show up and see it probably, but you have to make an appointment to actually use the machines.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
I could see one of us getting hurt.
In Xenia, you had to have a
driver's license.
No, a library card.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm sure you have to have a library
I
card.
got my library card.
Oh, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You got a library card?
Yes.
I got. You remember the badges? The badge a minute.
I don't think I have a library.
Where you made the badges.
I don't have a library
They had
card.
those at Xenia.
I've
Button
got.
makers. I think there might be a button maker here.
I've got a bunch of that stuff left over from when we used to do that because we used to do it for the church.
There you go.
And oh my goodness, I got a bunch of that stuff
What's
left
that?
If you have it left over, if the library has a button maker, they might be able to use
Oh,
it.
buttons?
Badge a minute.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
They might be able to use them at the library.
There you go. Place to donate.
I'm shocked. You didn't think I had a library.
We did badges for my
I'm
few years back
surprised
for
you
one of my
had a library
ex-wives
card.
for her birthday. My daughter says,
Yeah, but they don't
"Dad,
have the
I
green
need some
door
help
there.
with
That's
that."
why.
We made these badges for you, and she was just. She said, "I don't even have to ask where those came from."
She knew.
She knew who had a hand in that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I haven't heard much about New Vienna lately. You're on the council over there, but you don't represent that community.
Community center.
Yeah, because they always have like meals and stuff over there, don't they?
I think
That would have been a good place to take your Dolly Parton. They have a community center, a meal every
what is it? The
every
second
other
or
week,
third
I
Tuesday?
think? Or is it just once a month?
Once a month. Yeah.
Okay.
We've been there with the Clinton County the Clinton County Literacy Foundation.
Okay.
We've taken our books there. They had a big Christmas party at Christmas time, and we took books there to give books away at Christmas
They
time.
have a good turnout at Christmas.
Yes.
Who's the big cheese of that now?
Now?
Because it's not Morris, right?
No. Chuck retired from it.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris?
Chuck Morris. Like Morris the cat. Meow.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think who did actually take that over.
Because, yeah, once a month they have at least once a month. Or is it once every other week, or what is it?
The dinner?
They have a
the
big
lunch?
meal, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's once a month. It's on a Tuesday.
Okay.
I think. But
Now, do you go out to the senior center and eat much? Just curious.
I don't.
Okay.
My mom lives there in the apartments, in the little houses that are
Right.
behind the senior center. She doesn't go too often either, but yeah.
We're thinking about going out there on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Wednesday nights now.
Yeah, well, Wednesdays.
Wednesdays at noon.
About
11:30.
11:30, yeah. 11:30 you're supposed to get there. And
Now,
then
where do you find the menu ahead of time?
I've got it actually.
Once you join, you get a newsletter in the mail.
Yeah.
And it's in the newsletter.
Yeah, but I've got this month's menu. I'm looking for my red folder. Where's my red
But
folder?
when you get a chance, Charlie, tell us what's on the menu.
Oh, that's a good idea. You could include that every day.
I will.
But you have to make a reservation in advance.
Yeah, at least a couple hours
or
or
I'm
day.
not. It might even be a couple.
they like for you to sign up a day in advance.
I think you have to call. I don't think you can do it online, but I
call.
think you have to call.
Yeah.
I'll have my secretary call.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry could do it if all of us are going out there.
That's true.
The only thing I might have to do is run home, pick up my wife, and take her out there.
And then when you're out there too, they do have clipboards where you can sign up.
Right.
So if they have next Wednesday, every Wednesday you could maybe sign up
Just
for the
sign
next
up
Wednesday.
there.
That'd be easier probably.
Plus that bingo. We
On
did
Wednesdays?
bingo, but they have bingo twice a week, don't they?
They do have bingo. They also play cards. They play dominoes. They play all sorts of games.
I was out there. They were playing cornhole out there when I went in
You ever have any fights?
Wednesday. And they've got three
pool tables.
They've got 3 really nice pool tables in there.
And they have a nice little library collection too of books that you can take to read.
Wow. My home away from home, Charlie.
Yeah, there you go.
It's nice.
It is. It's a nice
Well,
place.
I was there, like I said, back when my mom was alive. We looked at, because it's surprising, the buses come from all over the county to bring people back and forth. Because we lived out near the Clinton County Airport, and they would come out there and pick her up if she wanted to go.
Oh, nice.
Let's see, lunch menu. Let me put my eyes on. Here we go. Let's see, today is the 21st.
Yeah.
Salmon patties
I love
today.
salmon patties.
Well, you could call out there. You might be able to still get in. Fried taters.
Now, I like the salmon patties where they have the little bones still in the salmon patty. I like the bones, or the cartilage, or whatever it was. That was my favorite part of the salmon.
Wow.
Not me.
Next Monday, chicken potato casserole. That don't sound bad.
So call today for Monday, chicken potato casserole.
Tuesday, beef taco.
So what's on Wednesday?
Pulled pork on the bun. Macaroni. Now listen to this. Macaroni and cheese.
I better join quick.
Baked beans, coleslaw, and
this?
fruit. Next Wednesday.
That's what we want to hit.
So, yeah.
Read that.
There we go.
Read that, though.
937-382-7170 is the number.
right.
And you need to do that 24 hours in advance at least. They would like it.
You need to be a member.
Sign up.
But you got to be a member too.
What? Yeah, you gotta sign up.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a member?
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know that answer to
I
that
thought you had to
question
be a-
either.
Yes, I don't know whether you can just go in.
I thought you had to be a member to do that.
The first, at least the first
thought you
time,
did.
maybe you could get by with being a
Well, you
guest.
can take a guest, I think.
Right.
But you
Does
gotta,
it say down there?
but
No, I don't
anyway,
see
the
it.
membership, $30, that's not much.
No, that's a really good deal.
That's
And
a
that's for
great
the
deal.
year.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
for the year. $30 a year.
But then it suggests a donation $5 for the.
Yeah, $5 for each lunch
Once
you go
again,
to.
like, $5 is nothing.
No, I'm just saying. Well, I don't want people to
You can
go.
spend that at Wendy's.
I am very big on making sure people understand because, well, Hargrave says $30 a year. I'll go out there and they want another $5 from a meal. You
Yep.
know? Can't you hear people saying that? So yeah, it's
Oh, I can,
$5 daily if you want to. And guess what though? That's suggested. If you don't have $5 one day, no one's going to say anything.
And
to
it's,
you.
yeah, it's just a bucket. It's a bucket that you drop your money
Yeah, you just
into.
put your money in it.
No
and-
one's asking you to pay before
Yeah.
you get your
And
food.
if you want
It's
to
true.
donate more,
Yep.
That's
You
fine.
can
That's
donate
true, too.
more, or you can throw
Because
some Monopoly
I'm
money.
sure
I'll have to make sure I have some cash on hand.
if you look at the
$5,
if you
yeah.
look at that meal and what you get, you're getting more than a $5 meal. I'm
Go
telling you.
anywhere in town and buy a meal. For
No.
$5.
Well, last week
No.
we had meatloaf, mashed potatoes, peas, carrots, wheat, dinner roll. Supposed to be pudding on here. We had fruit too, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think that there's also a disclaimer that this is our intent, this is what we want to serve, but maybe what we can get and what we have is slightly different.
Right. All right. But yeah, pulled pork. Next Thursday's ham, cheesy potatoes, beans, sponge cake. Ooh.
Yeah, they do a nice job in there. They also are getting ready for their garden program. They have raised beds just outside of the weight room, the exercise room. I should say exercise room. It's not just weights, but and you can. There'll be information going out soon to members about reserving a garden plot. You can have one of those raised beds as your own garden if you don't have space at home, or yeah, you can use some of their garden plots.
Just want to be sociable.
And you want to help other people. And
The college may have done something like that.
the
too.
college is involved with it somehow. Wilmington College is absolutely involved.
Yeah.
They also have volunteer things available: front desk, special events and dinners, cleaning,
We
senior
have
service
so many
vehicles.
great things that go on in the county, and people just need to find out about it.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah, another volunteer opportunity out there is at Head Start. You can be a Head Start hero. I am a Head Start hero. I had assigned a little girl that I go out into her classroom as whenever I can. It's you don't have to do it a certain number of times, but whenever you can, you get there and you interact with that child, read to them, help them with their center time and their activities that they're doing.
Shane Breckel is he's the big cheese out there, which is Mr. Diet Coke's brother.
Brother,
Yeah. Do
they're
you know
everywhere.
Tom?
Those Breckles are everywhere.
10 Diet Cokes in the 2-hour show the other day.
I think I remember you telling me that.
Well, no, this the first time was only
He's
6.
a cocoholic.
He ran out.
10.
He ran out Wednesday night.
He ran out Wednesday night.
He was. I think that's why he was so quiet.
Was he conniption fit?
Yeah, he was.
And Dorothy Campbell is the one to talk to about Head Start Hero.
Once again, let's tell
Dorothy
them where
Campbell.
this is.
Where-
Everybody's asking.
This is on is it Nelson Ave? Is that what it's
Nelson.
called? Nelson Ave, yeah.
Nelson Avenue.
Senior Center, Nelson Ave. Go out like you're going out toward the donut shop.
Facility.
Make a right, and then you're going to go down, and then make another right on Nelson.
Aging Up, I think is what it's called. If you want to
Aging
Google,
Up
Google
Center,
it,
yeah.
Aging Up
Yeah.
Senior Center,
Yeah.
Clinton County, here in Wilmington on Nelson Avenue.
And you have to be over 50, which Travis, you're good about. But is it just a Clinton County thing, or is it for anybody? Well, Travis is moving to Clinton County, so that'd work. Yeah, so $5, can't beat it.
For lunch.
For lunch, yeah.
Travis, get signed up, and the 4 of us will go out
Oh
on
my
Wednesday.
God, they won't know what hit
We're
it.
going to have a huge crowd. We're going to bring half the county.
They won't know what hit it.
Well, they want us to come back and do Singo
I know.
quarterly. They want us to come back quarterly and do
It must have been
Singo.
a success.
You know what? It was fun. I could have been a little more prepared, but it went fine. I don't think she could tell I wasn't unprepared, but most of that stuff just like in my phone. I just put Dolly Parton and all those songs come up.
Yeah.
But some I did have to search around. So sometimes we had to wait about 15 seconds for me to find one.
And we could do other artists too. We could
Oh,
do an
yeah.
Elvis bingo, and I could make
Yeah.
those Elvis. It's real
Yeah.
easy to make those bingo cards.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Joe Davis would come if you did Ricky Nelson.
Yeah, there we go. We got to do Ricky Nelson
Well,
for Joe
is a
Davis.
big Ricky Nelson fan.
We could maybe have them vote. We could tell them three artists and the seniors vote,
Yeah.
and then we'll come out and do.
Joe would be good out there. Joe needs to join also. He could join us
Well,
on
that's what I said.
Wednesdays.
We'll get Joe. We'll just have a bunch of old guys going out there. on
Old
Wednesday.
farts. That's
He
what
was
he
getting
wanted
ready to say it.
Old farts.
And he didn't say that in respect to you, but then he says it.
Then the principal said
Then he
it.
said
Yeah,
it,
the
yeah.
principal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hand slapped.
that was funny. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on out
The
there.
principal was a good judge of character.
Old fart. She knows an old fart when she sees one.
Just let you know, coming on the show next week, got Jake Lindsay Monday, Krista Tolliver on Wednesday, and Colleen from the Catholic Church on Wednesday. Then next Friday, we have Maggie. from I think it's Bar Skin. She does stuff she works at one of the salons. She does a lot of different stuff with skin that she's going to tell you about. I don't know if.
You mean like lampshades and stuff like that?
I'm not sure what she does.
So what? We've got the Catholic Church coming in on
Wednesday, and I've got another lady coming in that day too, Krista Tolliver. So right now, the only date that's open, and I've asked somebody to come on Tuesday. I'm just waiting to hear for a response. Then Thursday, we'll have Bill Lehrman and his band of crew or whatever he has.
It says we're corrupting her.
We're corrupting her.
That's probably true, Mark.
I think she could fit right in, actually. You do have to realize we are trying to raise the decorum a little bit with you in here.
We bring in some class every so often.
A little bit, we do.
This is what class looks like in this group.
Around here, yeah.
The only people that we act any better for, and usually we don't act much better for them, is the judges. The judges.
I can see why you would do that.
Yeah.
But I got to say this was silly today. I'm coming in here to the show, and the State Highway Patrol has a new toy. They have a motorcycle. And this guy, out in 30-degree weather, is heading towards 71 and 68 to run radar.
On his motorcycle.
That's
a strong guy. That's a strong guy.
At least they weren't behind you and rear ended.
The 5 miles between 68 and 73 is the most ticketed 5 miles in the state every year.
Oh wow, I didn't know
More
that.
tickets, well, because of the airplane that they put in the air too.
The airplane and also RNL.
Yeah.
RNL. That's another reason they do that.
Have you got a last thought?
I do have a final thought, and since it is still.
You never even gave us a word today. What?
Didn't I give you a word yet?
No, you didn't.
My final thought is I'll see you next Friday at the Murphy Theater for our Dolly Parton Imagination Library celebration 5-year anniversary.
There you go.
Well, let me give you the word of the day. The word of the day is sinistras. That's cinema enthusiast. So if you're a sinistra. Now, since it's still March, still a little Irish, here we go. Here's an Irish blessing for everybody for the weekend. May the road rise up to meet you, and may the wind be always at your back. There
Very
you go.
nice.
There you go. Thanks for coming on again today.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you, probably see you next Friday night.
Next Friday night.
And it starts at 5. All kinds of Dolly Parton stuff to give away. And everybody have a great weekend.